Yes. Robin, we got company!
Hold on,
Run along, Friar. My men and I have official business with these outlaws.
I like it not that ye be so many and these but few.
I care not for thy likes and dislikes. Get thee gone, or suffer the consequences of keeping bad company.
Oh, the company was right pleasant till thou camest along.
Very well, Friar. Have it thy way. Gentlemen!
Johnston, hunt!
Take them.
Come on! Get out of there!
Sheriff, the bridge is ours.
No, Captain. The bridge is mine. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Associating with outlaws, Friar? Welcome to the band. And this is for ruining my beheading.
Had it been thy beheading, DeMarc, I should not have intervened! What of them? Shall we remove them to jail? What of the friar?
Leave them all.
Sir, we have Hood in our grasp. Why do we let him go?
Yeah, without him, the rest will be helpless and disorganized.
I do not want them disorganized. I want them demoralized, dispirited, and despairing.
If you remove me, someone else will rise up and lead the people in a revolt against thee. My men do not fight for Robin Hood, they fight against Sir Philip DeMarc!
Perhaps, but perhaps not so readily after they have witnessed the consequences. For know thou this, Hood, this morning thou didst cross the Rubicon. Before, thine outlaw band was an annoyance, an interruption, a rough place in my life's path that needed to be made plain. But today, thou didst humiliate me before my patron, the Earl of Northumberland, and before Queen Elizabeth herself, and for that there can be no leniency.
Why don't we remove them now? Then he get killed him and be done with it.
Because, Captain, once he is dead, he is beyond my reach. No, before Hood dies, and believe me, he will die, a painful and protracted death. I want him to suffer torments of the mind and of the soul.
Thou hast a high opinion of thine own power, Sheriff. Thou mayest break my body, but my spirit is beyond thy reach.
Thinkest thou so? Then consider thou this, Hood. I shall stop at nothing to be revenged on thee. Thou shalt see everything and every one that thou dost care for destroyed. In fact, I have already begun. Jenny Wren, that interfering schoolmistress and fiancée to Will Scarlet, will have quite a surprise waiting for her when she returns to her tidy little cottage tonight. Thatched roofs are sadly quite flammable.
Especially when a burning brand is right in the middle of it.
You're despicable, Sheriff! It saddens me that of those who will suffer merely for offering me friendship, but I know that Jenny's love of Will and of liberty far outweigh her love of possessions.
Thy nobility is touching. How easy 'tis to be disdainful of worldly goods when they are not thine own. But do not worry, Hood. I will not stop at destroying thy friends and their worldly possessions. Oh, no, no, no. I have set my hazard as high as crown and country, if that is what it takes to break thee.
Thou wouldst threaten the Queen! Thou art surely mad!
Only if I fail. I have friends in high places will ensure I do not fail. And the best part of this entire situation is that I have just told thee exactly what is going to happen, and there is nothing thou canst do to prevent it.
nothing to prevent it. Your overconfidence is your weakness. Your faith in your friends is yours. Gentlemen, Gunston Hunt! With me.
I always knew the sheriff to be evil, but I never thought his hatred of me would lead him as high as treason.
His threats against the Queen I might dismiss, were it not for his reference to highly placed friends. What dost thou make of that, Tuck?
There may be those in the court who are loyal to the Queen only outwardly, who will not scruple to desert her should they perceive it to be to their benefit.
Knewest thou who they are?
Does not a mark named Northumberland as his patron? He is ever quick to voice criticism of the Queen, always under the guise of offering his advice. Maybe it possible he intends to use DeMark as a stalking horse for his own ends. And the Queen is here with but little force. What are DeMark's powers?
The followers, not many more than thou hast seen. But though the people hate the sheriff and revere our Queen, they have been cowed by years of abuse and fear. I'm afraid self-preservation may prevent them from intervening should DeMark make good his threats.
Thou must warn her, Friar.
Oh, I can try. But Lord Burleigh and Northumberland, for once united, do not like to give a Franciscan access to the Queen. And she herself, though ever cordial, might consider any warning from me part of the Catholic plot.
Well, then to whom will the Queen listen?
Lady Marian Fitzwater, the Queen's ward, is her closest confidant. She hath no politics, unlike Burleigh and Northumberland, and if we can convince her, she may be able to convince the Queen.
Lady Marian, is she the impassioned one in the green gown?
You noticed her.
How could I not?
Well, well.
I thought she was an intelligent and sensible girl. If only I could meet with her.
There may be a way. This food was intended to be refreshment for a ball in the Queen's honor. A masked ball.
When is this ball to be held? And when?
The where is that tall building nestled upon the hillside. Even better, the when is 12 of the clock. It must be nigh upon that now.
Very well. We shall make an appearance. Tuck, wilt thou assist me?
Certes, this barrow will gain me entry that I may procure for thee a mask. Masked and under the cover of dance, thou mayest speak with Mary.
I fear my sudden approach may frighten her.
She may be startled, but she hath the heart of a lion. She will not frighten easily.
Very well. Tom, John, gather the rest of the men and tell them all that has transpired. We shall meet anon in the greenwood. Will and Tuck, thou art with me. For the poor.
For Sherwood.
For Jenny.
For the people! For England!
For England! All right, Tom. Or John.